You are not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating.
How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?
The voice in my head said, you know what, man? You're gonna die never even trying to reach your full potential.
Stop delaying and waiting for another time or the perfect time to do something. There never is a better time to do something than right now.
Went to bed last night, had all these ideas about how you're going to get up this morning. It's going to be different. Things are going to be different. Today you're going to start taking steps towards doing some of those projects that you know will get you closer to living that dream life you keep playing over and over in your head.
If you want to stop procrastinating, you have to understand it.
Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now.
You can change it, you can accept it, or you can leave it. What is not a good option is to sit around wishing you would have changed it, but not changing it, wishing you would leave it, but not leaving it, and not accepting it.
Mr. Resistance will be there every morning, noon, and night. And while you are sleeping, riding your ass, kicking your ass, unless you turn around and you start throwing punches.
Most of what we say and do is not essential. If you can eliminate it, you have more time and more tranquility. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary?
And that means you gotta stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it and stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Just start doing it.
There is no reward for procrastination. You only receive momentary pleasure, which leads you down the wrong path and feeds the cycle of bad habits. The rewards for discipline are endless and lead to better habits, which make you a better person. The first thing to stop doing is to stop identifying as a lazy person. You're not lazy, you're just acting lazy. You've got lazy habits and you've developed a routine that is considered by most lazy. When you identify and call yourself a lazy person, then you justify your lazy actions, but also you don't seek to break your boundaries, you don't seek to exit your comfort zone or break your limits because you're a lazy person. This is not true. Never call yourself a lazy person, and you're probably watching this video because you believe you're a lazy person. But remove that from your vocabulary. You're a person who's developed lazy habits and you're trying your best to fix them. You're a person that looks for solutions. You're a person that is looking to improve their life.
If you look at it as, man, I'm broken and I'm still here. And I'm fighting and I'm gonna find a way to get through this because I have no other place to go. It gives you a lot of power.
Fear of failure cripples people. It boxes them in and keeps them tied up their whole lives, bound by the chains that they themselves lay upon them. The thing is, failure is not something to fear, but through the education system and the way we take tests as children is, we get one chance. If we succeed, good. If we fail, bad. And that is all we get. We get one chance to get it right. But that's not life. In life, you get many chances, and failure is a gift. If you can become someone that is happy to fail, that can seek failure, then you will skip ahead of 99% of people, because most people are bound by the fear of failure. But all failure is just practice runs so you can get it right one time, or maybe just get it better the next time. And with each failure, you learn what didn't work. You learn how to be better. So seek failure, do not run from it. If you look around at the most successful people, the most productive people, the people that are so proactive, see who they hang around with. It's similar-minded people, and you will notice, I've noticed this, if you hang around with a person that is lazy, pessimistic, always complaining, always pitying their circumstances, it can rub off on you. Maybe there's someone at work that has this kind of mindset. It rubs off on you and it becomes quite addictive. But the same can be said for the opposite. Optimistic people, outgoing people, people that strive for more. When you surround yourself with these people, it rubs off on you and you pick up on their good habits. So, if you know someone like this in your life, try spend more time with them. Allow them into your life more, because these good habits, their positivity, their outgoing nature will rub off on you without even knowing it. It's like a good mentor or a good teacher. They make education and growth seem more interesting. It's the same thing. Education does not change, but the way it's presented to you is more tolerable or even enjoyable. It's more exciting because you have a good mentor, you have a good teacher. You have good people around you that uplift you and give you energy to seek to improve yourself. One of the key ways people believe they're lazy is they lay in bed. They don't get up early and they lay in bed comfortable. Marcus Aurelius says, ask yourself, is this what I was born for? To lay in bed, wrapped up, warm, comfortable? Are humans born for comfort? Or do you have a higher purpose? Are you meant to go out, grow, develop, socialize, improve, add something to this world, add something to your life? Ask yourself that. But also, to combat this laying in bed, unable to get out, there is a method I heard many years ago from Mel Robbins called the takeoff method, or the 1-2-3 method. Mel Robbins says, when you're laying in bed, unable to get up, imagine you have a timer before you take off like a rocket, and it goes 3, 2, 1, and you're out of bed. The reason this works so well is you do not give yourself time to create excuses. You do not allow your brain to create any resistance. Just 3 seconds, and then you're up. And once you're up, you can shake off the tired face, you can take off the sleep, and you're ready for the day. You procrastinate and you put things off. You put off all these great ideas, the big dreams you have, the things you need to do, the huge steps you need to take to become the version of yourself that you dream of. But this is not your problem. The problem is you put off the little things. You think that you have to carry the rocks and hold them up the mountain to achieve anything in your life, to achieve any growth. But the truth is, as Confucius says, no man moves a mountain at once. You begin taking small stones at a time. You don't understand the power that these small things hold over you, these little stressors, these little actions you need to take, the little piece of homework, the crooked door, the leaky tap, all these little things, they weigh on you. And they add up to become a huge problem that you cannot overcome. So you can never even get to moving the big things. So start hacking away at these little things. You've got a crooked door that annoys you, fix it. You've got a leaky tap that's irritating, fix it. These little things add up and they hack away at you. They drain your energy so that you can never even attack the big things. So start now, hack away at the little things. Give yourself breathing space so you can tackle the big things in life. You have 2 choices. You attach a negative emotion or a negative feeling towards a task that needs to be done. So the 2 choices are, in order to get rid of that negative feeling, is to A, avoid the task, or B, complete the task. A, you avoid the task and the feeling is gone instantly. It's easy to quickly give up and the stress is gone. It's no longer a weight on your shoulders. But that is not true. Just because you take the weight off your back doesn't mean it's not in the way of your life. You've now thrown it on the floor for you to trip over later. This will become a problem later on in your life. So the second choice is always the best, the B option. Complete your task. Complete it now so that it has left your life for good. And oftentimes with completing these tasks comes a reward.
You get to make a choice. You can choose to do what you've always done, which means you're going to have what you've always had, or you can make a choice to show up as the new you.
The following are 5 concepts which will help you destroy procrastination, destroy laziness, and become productive. Number 1, the ants in the doorway. What is standing in the way of your task? Most people cannot leave the doorway. It's the initial resistance to stand up and even start your task, which is the hardest. And why can't they stand up? They see a lion in the way of the door. So they want to go for a run, but the lion is telling them no. It's a huge resistance, an impossible task to overcome. But I like to see a little ant in the doorway, and I can quickly step over him and get to my run. Me and my brother, after a long day's work, sat on a computer for 10-15 hours. We would like to go for a run at night, maybe a long run, a marathon, through the streets. It was oftentimes at 2-3 in the morning, and we had this method of doing 20 miles. Because the resistance there, if my brother said to me, do you want to go for 20 miles? I'd think, nah, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. I'm not going for a 20-mile run. So he would say to me, do you want to walk outside and go for a 1-minute walk? And I would go for this 1-minute walk. There's no resistance to go for a 1-minute walk. But as soon as we started walking, it was said, let's go for a jog. And we would always finish the long run. And we'd laugh to ourselves because we knew we was doing this. Even though we were still tricking ourselves and we knew what we was doing, it worked every time. Instead of seeing a lion in the doorway, we seen an ant. And this can work for anything. You want to go to the gym, but the resistance is too high. Tell yourself, I'm going to put on my gym outfit and walk outside. If you want to tidy up your house, but the resistance is too high, tell yourself, I'll pick up a few pieces of laundry and put it in the laundry basket. Once you're up and moving, you have the motivation to do more. And if it leads to nothing, well, at least you picked up a few pieces of laundry. Rubber duck debugging. You have a problem that you're working through in your head. The issue with this, things in your head can get a little complex and muddled. This causes you to hit an all-time productivity low. You have a persistent problem and it's hard to work through. To fix this, you get a rubber duck and explain the problems to the rubber duck. This helps you verbalize the problem, and most of the time, when you verbalize it by using actual communication, you tend to fix the problem. Now, you don't actually need to use a rubber duck. You can talk to your toaster, to your fridge, to a tree. It doesn't really matter. Just talk to something. Talk out your problem, and you'll find your solution. The community architect. The old adage of, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, has a lot of truth to it. We are social creatures, and as intrinsically valued as we might be, we will always look for external validation, competition, and support, among other things. If you're a hustler that hangs out with drones, your hustling won't improve, won't be appreciated, and feeling out of place might put you in a state of mind that won't be healthy for anyone, least of all yourself. You are the architect of your own community. Make sure you spend extra care when picking your friends. The 2 yous. Imagine you can view 2 versions of yourself. They are you in 10 years. One of them is a version of you that carried on living like you do now, procrastinating, avoiding the things you want to do, and not caring for themselves like they deserve. The other is a version of you that hasn't procrastinated for a decade. They faced their challenges head on. They'd done the things they wanted to do and loved themselves to the point where they did the things that they needed to do, even if it was difficult. What do those 2 versions look like? Which one would you like to be? Remember this. Your choices. Who do you want to be? Tomorrow is rubbish. Tomorrow is rubbish. We always put things off for tomorrow. Today's not good, tomorrow's better. But that's not true. Tomorrow's rubbish, and today is the best day you can do something. So you want to start something. You want to start your business. You want to start your Instagram page. You want to start your fitness journey. You want to start talking on camera like this. Let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be good. It's false. Tomorrow is rubbish. Right now, do the thing you want to do. I want to get on camera and speak, start a YouTube channel. Start right now. Today is quite good actually. I start now and I film. And guess what? Maybe it was rubbish, but tomorrow now will be better because today I've practiced. And then tomorrow comes, I've already had a practice run and I start again tomorrow. Still not good enough. But I don't wait for the next day to start because I'll be rubbish if I do not start now because I'm rubbish now. So you start now, you practice now, and tomorrow will be better. The next day will be better. And in a month's time, you'll be so thankful you started a month ago. Because if you start tomorrow, then tomorrow you'll have the same mindset that you had today. Let's start tomorrow. It's hard to be lazy when you understand that this moment is all we have and tomorrow is not promised. Memento mori, as the Stoics say. Get yourself a calendar. Every week, tick off your days. This visceral reminder will show you that you cannot waste time, that the very essence of the moment is so precious to even consider wasting. If you don't have a calendar, just say to yourself every day, memento mori, I am mortal. This is what the Stoics did. They reminded themselves that they're mortal. And as Marcus Aurelius said, perfection of character is to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. Memento mori. Remind yourself of this every single day or even every hour. Every week when I tick a box off my calendar, I am filled with the urgency to live life and not make the same mistakes as last week. When I tick off that box, I say, did I waste time through that week? Did I not use my time as wisely as I could? Did I not live life to the fullest? Yes, well, this week will not be filled with those same mistakes. I will live with urgency, with total presence in the present moment, the only thing that exists. Go easy on yourself. It's hard enough being crippled by fears and procrastination and laziness. These things happen to the best of us. But what makes it harder is the fact that you get yourself down, your negative self-talk. You tell yourself that you're lazy, that you're a procrastinator, that you're not worthy, and you're not capable of all these things. Start talking better to yourself. Negative self-talk has such a huge impact on your mental health, has a huge impact on your actions, which have a huge impact on your habits, which have a huge impact on your life. Start now, be kinder to yourself. Take a small step in the right direction to becoming the person you want to be. You want to be a healthy person? Just drink a glass of water instead of drinking a beer. Step outside your house, breathe in some fresh air. It doesn't have to be big, but you have to remind yourself that you are none of these negative things. You're not a lazy person, a procrastinator, a bad person. You're a person that is struggling and is seeking to improve themselves. So, start now. You're a person that starts now on a journey to improving himself. You're on a journey. And like I always say, it is not a weakness to ask for help. It is not giving up asking for help. Never see this as a weakness. You understand with wisdom that there are people out there that have the answers that you don't. People are there to help you. No man is an island. It is not giving up asking for help. It is refusing to give up. The soldiers storming the castle walls. The soldier that refuses the hand over the wall gives up on the mission. And so too is the same in life. Accept that hand. And when you're in a position, you can offer someone else a hand. It's a great community. As the Stoics believed in the concept of sympatheia, that all of our fates and our natures are interwoven into the cosmic web. This web of life. And one touch on your string, this web, ripples out across the cosmos, affects and touches the lives of many others. So be careful of your actions.